welcome to my very first YouTube channel. I am so excited. My name is Jonita. I am a graphic designer, brand designer, whatever you want to call me. But yes, I'm a graphic designer. I am based in Dallas, Texas. And basically I started this YouTube channel to just put myself out there. I don't even know what to talk about. So originally I am from Minneapolis. I did move to Dallas, Texas because I was really sick of the cold weather and I was over it. Yeah, if you are from Minneapolis, then you understand. I just don't think that there needs to be any more explanation for why I moved to Dallas. Dallas is hot. Texas is hot. It does not need to be that hot, but this is what we're dealing with. But I'd rather deal with this than to deal with, you know, yeah. For right now, I'm recording in front of sunlight and I'm also recording on my phone. But one day at a time, I will get a, oh, my teeth are so white, but sorry. Okay, so one day I will get a camera, I will get a ring light, I will get, Jesus. Anyways, I will get all of those little things that, you know, make YouTubers look so professional. Y'all, there's this little fly in here and it won't leave me alone. It's about to make me mad. But for right now, I have to do, you know, start little by little at a time and just work with what I'm dealing with. But basically, I'm going to talk a little bit about brand design and why I am a brand designer and why I specialize in this type of stuff. I wanted to be a graphic designer by the time I was like 14 years old. I always loved the art world. I always loved painting, just doing stuff like that, you know. So I started taking graphic design courses in high school, particularly freshman year. Yeah, it was freshman year. And I knew from that day forward, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to be a graphic designer, you know, whatever. But then I went to college when I was 17 years old and I was still taking graphic design courses. Then I graduated from high school. I took a break from college because I just had a lot going on. I just felt like I didn't like school. I had been through a lot going to school. I did not like being a student, anything like that. Absolutely hated it. So that's why I took a break. And then my parents were like, look, if you're gonna be here, you need to go to school, even though I was working and making my own money. But that's, you know, that's African parents for you. So I just ended up like, you know what, I will go to college, whatever. Then I moved out of my parents' home. Actually, before I moved out of my parents' home, the pandemic happened. Like, it was the craziest thing that happened. And I think everyone started to sit and reflect, like, is this really what I want to do? And at the time I was dating this guy and I was like telling my boyfriend at the time, like, yo, like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And he was like, look, I went to college, I have my degree, but honestly, I don't even use it. And there's a lot of people who are successful without a college degree. That's a decision you need to make for yourself, but honestly, I don't think you need it. So at that point, I had already moved out of my parents' home. Nobody was telling me what I needed to do with my life. And I decided, yes, I'm going to be done with college. So I finished off the semester and I hit the dash on them folks. I was like, bye. My boyfriend at the time proposed to me and then we got married. So yes, turn of events, he is my husband now. Then, you know, when you get married, like, life happens, things happen, and you forget. So I started working all these jobs. I hated working cleaning jobs, customer service jobs, you name it. I had a hair business for some time, hated it, couldn't deal with people up in my house acting a fool. Yeah. Then we decided one year, like, hey, we want to move to Texas. Both of us started working 2 jobs to grind to move to Texas. We're like, yo, we're sick of Minneapolis. I mean, we had knew when we were dating we wanted to move out of Minneapolis. We had pretty much, even though I wasn't born in Minneapolis, but I had pretty much spent my life in Minneapolis and I was over it. I was done. Didn't want to deal with it. He didn't want to deal with it. We just felt like we needed to grow beyond Minneapolis. And he basically was like, look, let's move to Dallas. And I was like, okay, well, let's settle in our marriage and then let's move to Dallas. So we were both working 2 jobs at the time. We tried it the first time, it didn't work. So heartbroken about it. Tried the second time and thankfully we were able to move. Now obviously we're here in Dallas. But when I was in Minneapolis, I was thinking like, yo, what do I want to do with my life? Like, I'm working these jobs I don't like. I'm being abused. I'm being used at these jobs. I'm sick of working for people. What do I want to do? So I decided at that very moment, let me go back to what I originally wanted to be. Like, let me do that. Like, let me just go back to what I originally wanted to do, and that was graphic design. I downloaded the Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, you name it. I was learning the softwares, learning mockups, learning stuff like that. I sucked. I was not good. But at least I was learning. And then we moved to Dallas, and then I was like, okay, I need to refresh my mind on graphic design, because I remembered somewhat, but when I took graphic design courses, that was 2015. Like, we're in 2023. That was 8 years ago. Like, we are in a whole different, yeah. I retook those courses, I refreshed my memory, redid my portfolio, practiced every single day, and I applied to jobs. Didn't hear any response. And also, the economy is so bad right now, these jobs are not hiring. I was like, you know what, let me just have my very own business. So I did. I started freelancing, but at the time I went right back into the food industry, even though I had a really bad experience with the food industry before. I have a lot of trauma working in restaurants for just different reasons, but I went back to the food industry because, you know, gotta pay your bills. So one day the manager thought it'd be cute to yell at me. I left because who are you talking to? Like, I had already told the manager the bad experiences I had dealt with the job I had worked with previously in Minneapolis. So why did you think it would be cute for you to yell at me? Okay, so I hit the dash. I was like, I'm out. Like, you're not about to sit here and be talking to me crazy. Like, you sound dumb. And that's when I decided I'm gonna go full blown with my business. And that's what I did. And ever since then, I've been working with clients. I'm still obviously growing right now. I'm going through a little bit of a slow period, but it is the summertime. I did just get started. I love the freedom of being able to be my own boss and just create, like, and doing something that I love to do, even though it's been scary not having that stability that a job brings you. But to see how I'm able to help other small businesses to be seen in their market and their industry, it means the world to me. So yeah, but I do have my social media linked in my description, so definitely check it out. Follow me there, check out my website. I'm gonna talk a little bit about brand identity. Brand identity is basically the creative decisions of what makes a business's brand their brand. So you think about, you know, their logo, their color palette, their font system, their photo direction, their social media presence. All of that tied together is what makes their brand identity. So it's not just your logo, it's not just your package design. It's basically how you present yourself, how you present your brand to the world using art. And that's basically what I do. And I talk all the time about why brand identity is so important. I talk about it all the time on my social media. Go check it out. If you're a small business owner and you're struggling with being seen in your industry, your market, you're doing these DIY these DIY Canva logos, and you're just not looking professional the way you want to, there's a reason for that. And if you take a look at your brand identity, you take a look at your photo direction, you know, your color palette, your type, your font system, whatever, and you see you don't have one or it's weak, that's probably why you're not doing well. And I basically push the importance of that. But I'm not going to talk too much about that in this video. My YouTube is mainly going to be me, like, doing fun stuff, creating logos and in 15 minutes, and see if I can do that. Yeah, remaking certain logos, even though I don't offer one-off logo services, but I do like little stuff like that. I'll be like, you know, make this in 15 minutes. Let me see if I can do this in 20. Like, just fun stuff like that. And just making like passion projects. But anyways, I'm sure you get the point. I will talk to y'all later. Sorry, this was a very fast YouTube video, but I really have nothing else to talk about really. But y'all will catch me. I don't know what days I will post on here. Just know the day I post this is the day I'm gonna be posting. Okay, cool. But make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, comment. Check out my website that's linked in my bio. And y'all have a good day. Bye.